So today our topic is the on endocrine system. So if you talk about endocrine system, you talk about endocrine glands. And there are many endocrine glands in the body. Actually, the endocrine glands is one of the controlling system of the body. The other one is the nervous system. The nervous system is the fast controlling system because it is directly connected to the organs that they are going to stimulate. While the endocrine system, they don't have direct connection. Okay, so they only stimulate the target organ through a chemical called hormones. So the endocrine system is the second controlling system of the body. So nervous system is the fast, remember fast controlling system because they have direct connection. And endocrine system or endocrine glands use this chemical messenger. In endocrine system, what you always put into your mind is that they control us through hormones. Okay, these hormones are chemical messengers that release into the blood. So another one is into the blood. So these chemicals, their transportation, these hormones, their transportation is the blood. So they will be released by the gland. Okay. So the gland will now release their hormones in the extracellular fluid. Okay. So hormones control several major processes. It is very important in the reproduction. We cannot reproduce without the hormones because they will mature. They will help mature our egg cell and sperm cell so that they can meet together during reproduction. Okay, so growth and development are also being controlled by the endocrine system, no? It's not the nervous system that controls the growth and development. Because if the nervous system will control your growth, you can control, you want to become big, you can big, you become big immediately. Okay, and there is a control or there is fixed body size. So they are able to detect your fixed body size. Okay, so mobilization of body defenses. If you remember our WBC, they are the one who make it to mobilize, especially the hormone thymus, which is secreted by the hormone thymosin, which is secreted by the thymus gland, and maintenance of much of the homeostasis, which is a negative feedback. Okay, and regulation of metabolism. In the metabolism, we have the growth hormone and also the thyroid gland. Okay? So, hormones are produced by specialized cells in the glands. Okay? Cells secretes hormones into the extracellular fluid. If you remember the extracellular fluid, we have two. No? We have two extracellular fluid. The interstitial fluid and the plasma. Plasma. Okay? The plasma is the fluid of the cell. Okay? These hormones regulate the activity of the other cells. So, hormones can regulate the activity of other cells. So, if the hormone will go to to the cell, it will stimulate their activity. Okay? So, they are the one who will stimulate. So, the glands are secreting hormones to regulate the activity of the other cells. Okay, so chemistry of hormone. What is hormone made up? No, we have three amino acid base. If you say amino acid, the word amino acid is protein. No, they came from protein. So we have amino acid base. So we have three proteins, peptides, and amines. Okay, so three. And we have steroids, which is made up from cholesterol. Yeah. And prostaglandins, made up of active lipids. Okay, from these three hormones, three chemistry of hormones, which do you think can enter the plasma membrane. Of course, those who are made up of cholesterol and lipids, because the plasma membrane are made up of cholesterol and lipids. Remember, plasma membrane is a phospholipid. So if they are made up of steroids and prostaglandin, they can pass through directly to the plasma membrane. Okay, so if hormones are made up of this one, okay, they have special power to enter the plasma membrane. Okay, so mechanisms or how does hormone act? Okay, mechanism of hormone action. Hormones affect only certain tissue or organs. You say here certain tissue or organs, and they are called target cells or target organs. So if a hormone is being released into the blood, it will not affect all the cells or organs that they pass through. They will only affect the target cells and the target organs. So each hormone has a specific target cell. O ganun pala yun, no? You cannot influence uh, other cells except your target cell only. So they are very specific. So what does the target cell contains? Must have, no? Ito, memorize nyo. Specific protein receptors. Okay? So target cells must have specific protein receptors in order to act. Ganun pala yun, no? So, if you are the target cell and I am the hormone, you have, for example, I am the insulin, no? So, the insulin will now go to the cell and the cell has specific protein receptors for insulin. So, all the cells with insulin receptors will now be influenced by this hormone. So, sila lang yung magiging target nila, no? And home binding, once the hormone binding, when the hormone binds to the specific protein receptors in the plasma membrane of the cell, cellular activity is being altered. Either it make it fast or make it slow. So, ganun, no? Make it secrete or inhibit it from secretion. Yeah. So, effects caused by hormones. So, if the hormones will go to their target cell, what happened to the target cell? That's the meaning of the effects caused by hormones. So, if I will go, for example, I am the hormone and I will go to you. I will go to your plasma membrane. The first thing to happen is the plasma membrane permeability changes or electrical state changes from negative to positive. So, ganun, no? So, I can now enter your plasma membrane. If I cannot enter your plasma membrane, okay, I can use another one, an enzyme protein, no? So, synthesis of protein will happen in order for me to communicate with you, to change your action or your activity. Activation or inactivation of enzyme. I may activate or deactivate your enzyme inside. And stimulation of mitosis. Okay, so did you remember what is mitosis? Mitosis is the cell division, no? If you say mitosis, cell division. Okay, so there will be cell division inside and promotion of secretory activity. So there will be secretion. So if I am the hormone, I will go to you. Now, if, for example, I am the gonadotropic hormone. Okay, example, no, there are two gonadotropic hormone. We have the follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. So, for example, I am the follicle stimulating hormone. I will be released and I will go to you. So, the follicle stimulating hormone will go to the ovary of the female and go to the testes of the male. my function is to stimulate your follicle inside your ovary so that your ovary will release estrogen, no? Ito na yung secretory activity. So when I go to the ovary and I go to the follicle will now release estrogen. Okay? To mature the egg. Oh, ganun pala yun, no? So without these hormones, these eggs cannot mature and there will be no reproduction. Okay, that's an example, no? Okay, so there are two mechanisms in which hormones act, no? Okay, dalawang mekanismo kung paano magtrabaho ang hormones. Okay, so when they go to their target cell, how do they influence this target cell? First is direct gene activation. Okay? Second is second messenger system. Okay, so if we go to direct gene activation or steroid hormone action, remember if the hormone is made up of steroids, can they pass through the plasma membrane directly? Yes, because steroids are made up of lipids, made up from lipids. So steroids are cholesterol, and cholesterol can go directly from the cellular membrane. So they can penetrate the cellular membrane directly. No? So if they say direct gene, ito na yun, enters the nucleus, they can go to the nucleus and bind to a specific protein with the nucleus. Okay, so they will go to a specific protein within the nucleus and binds to specific sites of the cell's DNA. Okay, and in the DNA, we have gene. Okay, so the gene lives inside your DNA, the blueprint. Okay, so yan. So there is a direct gene activation. So this hormone can go pass through the cellular membrane, and after passing through the cellular membrane, okay, they will now go directly to the gene. Okay, when they go to the gene, they now activate the activity of the cell. So activate genes that result in the synthesis of new protein. So they will now make the new product and secretion will happen. Okay, kuha natin. So if you talk about their direct gene activation, they go directly to the gene, and the gene is located in the DNA, and the DNA is located in the chromosomes, and the chromosome is located in the nucleus. So hormones will pass through the plasma membrane, go to the nucleus, okay, go to the chromosomes, and then go to the DNA, and then go to the gene. Okay, so when they went to the gene, they will now, okay, activate genes that result to synthesis of new protein. So there will be development of new protein and there will be secretion. Okay, so this is the illustration. If you look at the hormone, this is the hormone, no? Because it is steroids, they can pass through the plasma membrane, no? And then go to the cytoplasm. And this is now the nucleus, no? So they go to the nucleus in remember the nuclear pore, okay? And then they go to the receptor protein on the nucleus, okay? And then there will be hormone receptor complex. And this one now will go to the DNA and goes to the gene. Okay, this is the DNA. The gene is one segment of the DNA. Okay, and then they will now activate the gene to produce new protein. So we have the mRNA, tRNA, ribosomes. They are the one developing the new protein. So new protein will be made. These are amino acid, amino acid, amino acid. Okay. The chain of amino acid is called polypeptide chain, which is a new protein. Okay? And then they will exit from the plasma membrane. There will be exotoxic, exosop, endo, ano ba yun? Okay, they will, okay, so there will be excretion, no? So, magkakaroon na ng excretion. So, ganun ang direct gene. So, very easy lang, no? Pag sinabing direct gene, they will go directly to the DNA. And in the DNA, there is one segment there. It's the gene. Now, gene will now be activated and production of new protein will be done and then excretion. Okay, so remember steroid hormone action, no? Direct gene, they are also steroids. So if steroids, they can go directly. Okay, so in illustration niya. Okay, so let's go now to second messenger system. Sila naman yung non-steroids. Did you remember a while ago, there are, in the chemical composition, the first one is amino acid base. Now, if these hormones are amino acid based, they are non-steroid hormone. So, if you say non-steroids hormone, they cannot go directly to the inside the cytoplasm because they are made up of protein, no? And they are large. Hormone now binds to a membrane receptor. Okay, so don't worry because all cells, target cells of this kind of hormone has membrane receptors. Okay, hormone does not enter the cell, but they unite with the membrane receptors. Okay, sets of series of reaction that activates an enzyme. So when these two unites, the hormone and the membrane receptor, they set a series of reaction that activates an enzyme inside. This enzyme is very essential in going to the DNA. So this one catalyzes a reaction. By the way, if you define enzyme, it is catalyst, sabi nila, no? Catalyst, meaning increase chemical reaction. So, catalyzes reaction that produces second messenger molecule. So, this one enzyme will now create or produce a second messenger molecule. So, ganun pala, no? So, first they will do, this hormone will bind to a membrane receptors, and when they bind, it sets up series of reaction that activates an enzyme inside. And the enzyme will now produce a second messenger molecule. An example is the CAP. No? So, oversees additional intracellular changes to promote a specific response. So, there will be additional intracellular changes that will happen and it will promote a specific response. Okay? So, ganyan ito na yung protein receptors in the cellular membrane. Okay? So, this is the non-steroidal. They join, no? After joining, okay, there will be series of reaction that will activate the enzymes. Ito. So, these enzymes now will produce this CAMP or second messenger. Okay? That will affect now the cellular function. Okay? Just like glycogen breakdown to produce energy, like this one, ATP. Okay? So, remember, they are non-steroidal hormone. That's why they cannot perform direct gene activation. Okay? Did you know the difference between the two now? So, control of hormone release. Okay, so if you are a gland, endocrine gland, how will your hormone be released in the blood? Okay, paano, sir, paano lalabas ang hormone? Okay, ito yung pinaka-stimulus nila. Hormone levels in the blood are mostly maintained by negative feedback. Okay, homeostasis, no? A stimulus, ito, low hormone levels in the blood triggers the release of more hormone. Ito yan, no? So, kung meron tayong low levels in the blood, it will trigger the release of more hormone. Oh, ganun pala. So the hormone will be released if there will be a low hormone levels in the blood. Okay? Yeah, because the hormones in the blood maintains homeostasis or negative feedback. So, ang importanteng inaano nila ay yung level, no? Yung levels. Example, no? If there is a decreased insulin in the blood, what will happen? The blood sugar level will increase. Okay, so what the body will do, they will release the insulin so that the levels of the blood sugar will go down. Okay? Because insulin decreases blood sugar. So they respond, the glands respond to the levels of hormone in the blood. Okay. Dapat they maintain the negative feedback, meaning or levels of hormones in the blood are in normal. If they are not normal, hormones are released. Okay, ganun yun, no? Kagaya rin ng ano, kunyari, ano bang budget mo ng pag nag-aaral ka? Ang budget mo sabihin mo na 1 week, 2,500. 2,500 yung budget mo. Kung wala ka ng 2,500, hindi ka na mabubuhay. So, you maintain 2,500 a week. Okay, so kung kukulangin ka, you need to release your money from the ATM. Okay, so kailangan i-maintain mo na meron kang 2,500 a week. So, kung kulang na, kailangan mo mag-release. Okay, ng money sa ATM. So, ganun siya, no? So, hormone release is stopped once appropriate level in the blood is reached. Kagaya rin ng, meron ka ng 2,500, mag-withdraw ka pa ba? No more. You will stop doing it. So, ganun din yung hormone. Okay? So, there are three stimulus, no, for the endocrine glands to release their hormone. Okay, the first stimulus is what we call hormonal stimuli. Hormonal stimuli. Okay, so ito yung pinaka-common. This is the most common stimuli. It's very easy, no? Endocrine glands are activated by other hormones. Okay, so meaning of the hormonal stimuli, no? Okay. Glands are being stimulated by other hormones, or glands are being activated by other hormones, and that is called hormonal stimuli. This is the most common, almost all, no? Example natin, no? The follicle stimulating hormone, sabi natin kanina. The target organ is the ovary, and the ovary is an endocrine gland. Okay? So, when the follicle stimulating hormone goes to the ovary and stimulates the ovary to release estrogen. Okay, so the follicle stimulating hormone is a hormone secreted by the anterior pituitary gland. So, if a gland is stimulated by this hormone to release the hormone, the stimuli is called hormonal stimuli. O, ang dali lang naman, no? Pag nag-stimulate sa'yo ay hormone, hormonal stimuli. O, ito yung anterior pituitary hormones travel to target glands such as thyroid gland to prompt the release of particular hormone such as thyroid hormone. So, another example, no? Basta the one that stimulates the gland to release their hormone is a hormone. It's a hormonal stimuli. Okay? So, ito na siya. So, this is an example. No? So, this is the pituitary gland and this is the anterior pituitary gland. Okay, so this anterior pituitary gland will release its hormone to target the thyroid gland, and this thyroid gland will release the thyroid hormone. Okay, so this thyroid stimulating hormone is a hormone that stimulates the thyroid gland. So the kind of stimulus is now called hormonal stimulus. So anterior pituitary gland adrenocorticotropic hormone will now stimulates the adrenal cortex to release aldosterone. So when this one happens, the stimulus for the adrenal cortex is the adrenocorticotropic hormone that is being released by the anterior pituitary gland. So what is the stimulus that made the adrenal cortex release the aldosterone is hormone. That's why it's called hormonal stimuli. So this one I already explained. Follicle stimulating hormone will go now to the testes. Oh, testes naman, no? The testes now will release testosterone. Okay, so testosterone. Yeah. So the hormone that is the stimulus that stimulates the testes is gonadotropic hormone. So it is hormonal stimuli. Get it? Okay, so another one is humoral stimuli. Humoral. Oh, this is very easy. If you say humoral, parang magkapareho, hormonal at humoral, no? If you say humoral, blood, no? Blood levels. I think sinabi natin kanina, blood levels. Okay, so changing blood levels of a certain ion stimulates hormone release. Humoral indicates various body fluids such as blood and bile. No? Here, an example here is the calcium levels. Okay, so if the calcium, ah, parathyroid hormone and the calcitonin are antagonists to each other, no? Yeah, parathyroid and calcitonin. If the calcium levels in the blood is high, the calcitonin will work, okay, to get the calcium in the blood and bring it to the bone. Okay. At the same time, if the calcium levels in the blood goes down, the parathyroid hormone will get the calcium in the bone and put it in the blood. Ganon, vice versa. Also, the insulin is produced in response to changing levels of blood glucose level. So, if you are talking about blood levels so that the hormone will be released, it is now called the humoral stimuli. O, ang dali lang pala, no? Pag blood levels ang pinag-usapan, humoral stimuli. Okay, if it is not blood levels, if it is a hormone that will stimulate another gland to release their hormones, is now called hormonal stimuli. O, dalawa na. Okay, so ito yung parathyroid hormone. Okay, in response to the low calcium level, no? If there's low calcium levels, the parathyroid glands will release its parathyroid hormone to increase blood calcium levels. Okay. Next is the neural stimuli. Okay, so there are also endocrine glands that is connected directly to our brain, especially the hypothalamus. Okay, so the hypothalamus is directly connected to the adrenal medulla. Remember the adrenal gland. The adrenal gland sits on top of the kidney. No? So this is the kidney. We have a triangular shape that sits on top of the kidney, and it's called the adrenal gland. Okay, this adrenal gland has direct connection with the hypothalamus. That's why this is a nerve stimuli, no? Because we need this epinephrine and norepinephrine in a fast-acting stress response, no? So, kung na-stress ka bigla, kailangan mo ang epinephrine and norepinephrine to cope up with that stress. So, kailangan mabilisan. Oh, meron din palang ganun, no? So, there should be a fast release of these catecholamines. They are called catecholamines. So, there should be a fast release of these hormones in order for us to fight the short-term stressor. Example, no, di ba, pag takot na takot ka sa aso, bigla kang hinabol ng aso, kahit gaano kataas yung pader, matatalon mo because of this epinephrine and norepinephrine, yung tinatawag nilang adrenaline rush. Ito po yung adrenaline natin, epinephrine and norepinephrine. This is the adrenaline. So, they need to be released immediately. Paano mo i-release yan kung dadaan ka pa sa dugo? Oh, bad trip ka na pag dumaan pa sa dugo. Hindi pa lalabas yan. Ang dami pang iikutan. Remember, the brain from the kidney is very far. So, there is a direct connection through nerves that is connected to the center of the adrenal gland. This is called adrenal medulla to release this epinephrine and norepinephrine. O, binigyan din tayo ng neural stimuli. So, aside from the levels of the blood, aside from the hormones, meron din tayong neural stimuli to combat the short-term stressor. Yan. Kailangan mabilisan. So, ito yung example na ito yun, no? So, this one is directly connected to the brain in the hypothalamus. So, this one now will go here and spinal cord and directly connected to our adrenal gland in the middle. Take note, in the middle, adrenal medulla. Itong cortex is not being stimulated by the hypothalamus. So, this cortex will be stimulated by adrenocorticotropic hormone released by the anterior pituitary. Ganun yun, no? Ay, hindi pala nakokontrol ng brain itong cortex. The brain can only control the center. Ito yung adrenal medulla. Okay. Kuha natin the major endocrine organs. First is pituitary gland, then thyroid gland, then parathyroid glands, adrenal glands, pineal gland, thymus gland, pancreas, gonads, and hypothalamus. Look, take a note of this one. No? Hypothalamus is an endocrine gland. It also releases hormones. There are two hormones that the hypothalamus release, which is very important. Okay, pineal gland. Ito siya. Memorize na lang natin to, no? So, on our practice quiz, I include this one, no? So, pituitary gland. Ito yung most famous. Sa pituitary gland, ito yung kailangan mo i-memorize. Okay. Sa board exam, lumalabas yan. Master endocrine gland. Pituitary gland. So, they should be memorized. Okay, so automatic sa nurse na alam niya, which is the master endocrine gland. Automatic sasabihin mo, sir, pituitary gland. O, kaya pag tinanong kita, which is the master endocrine gland, pag di ka nakasagot, go back to first year, no? So, alam na natin na master endocrine gland is the pituitary gland. Okay, kuha natin. So, it is a size of a pea, very small, no? Enhanced by the stalk of the hypothalamus in the brain and protected, ito yung nagpo-protect sa kanya, sphenoid bone. This is a facial bone that protects the pituitary gland. One time I experienced in Lorma, there is an operation of removal of the tumor in the pituitary gland. No? Especially, the tumor was located in the posterior pituitary gland, wherein it regulates the secretion of antidiuretic hormone. So, ang nangyari sa kanya, wala siyang antidiuretic hormone, kaya diretso siyang ihi ng ihi. O, nadidehydrated siya. So, what they will do is they will remove the tumor in the posterior pituitary gland. Punta sila sa sphenoid bone. Ito yung sphenoid bone mo. So, yung operation, they will drill a hole here on the nose, drill, and then put the camera there and operate there. Okay? So, ganun yung ginawa nila. The operation lasted for 16 hours. Pag mga ganun yung operation, dapat kumain ka. Hihimatayin ka. But don't worry, in Lorma, while if there's a long operation, merong libreng chocolate. Papakainin kayo ng chocolate pag nag-assist kayo ng ganyan, mahabang operation. Okay, so it has two functional lobes. Dalawa yung lobe niya, kaya nga siya parang betlog na nakasabit sa hypothalamus, no? Para siyang betlog ng mga binata na nakasabit dun sa may hypothalamus. Okay, so we have the anterior pituitary and posterior pituitary. So the difference between the two, this is glandular, this is nervous. Actually, this is the one directly with connection with the hypothalamus, yung posterior pituitary. Actually, siya yung bodyguard ni hypothalamus, no? So this pituitary gland is often called the master gland. Next time, I will ask you what is the master endocrine gland. Alam niya. Okay, hormones of the anterior pituitary. Dalawa yung lobe natin, no? Anterior, posterior pituitary. There are 6 anterior pituitary hormones. Two, ito, affect the non-endocrine targets. Non-endocrine targets. Growth hormone and prolactin. Yeah. So, this one is very important in growth and development. Prolactin is production of milk. Okay, so 4 stimulate the other endocrine glands, which are called trophic hormones. Okay, so if a hormone stimulates another endocrine gland, they are called trophic hormone. Okay, so we have thyroid stimulating hormone or thyrotropic. Kaya nga, tropic, thyrotropic hormone. Of course, what is the target organ here is the thyroid gland. Okay? And then we have the adrenocorticotropic hormone. A while ago, the adrenal gland, sini? But this one does not affect the center. It's only the cortex. Okay? Cortex lang po siya. Yung center, sinong nag-stimulate dito sa center? Yung hypothalamus. The center is called adrenal medulla. Okay? So, medyo komplikado si adrenocorticotropic hormone because they go only in the cortex. They don't go to the medulla. Kasi ang medulla kay nervous system na to, kay hypothalamus, there is a direct connection. Okay, so gonadotropic hormone. So, alam mo na kung anong target niyan. Pag sinabing gonad, okay, we have two, no? The ovary and the testes. Yan. So, characteristic of all anterior pituitary hormones. So, they are proteins. So, if you say proteins, ano kaya sila? Direct gene or second messenger system? So, of course, ito, second messenger system because proteins cannot pass through the plasma membrane directly and they cannot go to the gene directly. So, they need a second messenger. Yan. So, act through second messenger system and regulated by hormonal stimuli. Pag sinabi mong hormonal stimuli, no? So, hormone stimulates them to secrete their hormones, mostly by negative feedback. Yan. So, ito na yung anterior pituitary natin. Ito yung posterior pituitary. So, it is made up of 2 lobes, no? So, this anterior pituitary now, they release now the hormones in the blood. No? There is a portal secreted in the portal circulation. Okay, and this one now goes to the specific target organ. So, first hormone is the growth hormone. The growth hormone goes to the bones and muscle. No? And then we have the prolactin that goes to the mammary gland so that you will produce milk. Okay, and then we have the gonadotropic hormone, which is one, follicle stimulating hormone, and also the luteinizing hormone. Ang tawag dito, gonadotropic hormone. Itong dalawa, gonadotropic hormone. So, they go to the testes, and they go to the ovaries. This is to make the sperm cell mature and the egg cell to mature. Okay? and then they will go to the thyroid stimulating hormone or thyrotropic hormone. Another name nito ay thyroid stimulating hormone. Okay, so they will now go to the thyroid, and this thyroid will now release the uh, thyroid hormone and calcitonin. Okay? And also the parathyroid. These are the parathyroid, yung apat na to. These four are the parathyroid. Okay? And then we have the adrenocorticotropic hormone or ACTH. Okay? Released by the anterior pituitary gland. Will now go to the adrenal cortex. Cortex only, so, except the medulla. Because the medulla is connected to the hypothalamus, no? Or okay, to release the catecholamines and goes to the adrenal medulla. And this adrenal cortex really releases three hormones. Okay, yeah. We will go there. We will go there later. So, hormones of the anterior pituitary, growth hormone. Ito yung dapat nating tandaan. General metabolic hormone. Okay? Bakit tinawag na general? Because of this three. Because of this one. No? Major effects are directly to growth and skeletal muscles along the bones. And take note, plays a role in determining the final body size. Oh, ganun pala, no? So, if your gene is 5 feet ka lang, no? Hanggang doon ka lang paglaki mo. Okay, during adulthood, you reaches now your full body size, this growth hormone will stop. Kaya nga meron yung iniinom ngayon na gamot na pampatangkad. Okay? Binibigyan sila ng stimulant of the anterior pituitary to release growth hormone para tumangkad ka. Okay? Kasi tumitigil to during your adulthood. They will stop because they have determined your final body size. Kung gusto mong tumangkad, magpalagay ka ng tumor sa anterior pituitary gland mo para ma-release yung growth hormone mo forever. Kaya yung iba, nagkakaroon ng gigantism, no? Lalaki sila because there are tumor in their anterior pituitary gland. Manood kayo ng YouTube, tingnan nyo. Ito yung sakit nila. There is a tumor in the anterior pituitary gland. Okay? So, pituitary dwarfism results from hyposecretion. Kung kulang, no? Gigantism results from hypersecretion. Okay, pag sobra naman. Acromegaly results from hypersecretion of growth hormone during adulthood. Yan, pag adult ka na, biglang nagkaroon ka ng hypersecretion. Napapanood nyo sa YouTube yung merong malalaking kamay, no? Malalaki ng kamay, malalaki ng paa, abnormal to their size, yung mga acromegaly. Ito. So, ganitong mangyayari sa'yo pag meron kang hypersecretion. Pag hyposecretion, ganyan ka naman. Yan. Anong mas gusto mo dyan? Okay, so, this one, the prolactin. Ito yung kabisiduhin natin, no? If you will have your duty in the OB ward, yan, sa OB ward, pagkatapos manganak ng mother, dadaling sila sa OB ward, no? Doon sila i-assess. Now, in the OB ward, there are some mother, no, lack milk production. So, buntis na sila, nanganak na. So, after giving birth kasi, this prolactin will be released, no, in order to produce milk or maintains milk production para sa baby so that your baby will be alive. Ganun kaganda yung katawan ng tao. Meron siyang solution, no? So that the baby will be alive. But in some mothers, prolactin is lacking, no? So, reresetahan ka prolactin para dumami yung milk production mo. Okay, so tandaan natin na prolactin maintains milk production following childbirth, pagkapanganak, no? Function in male is unknown. Okay, so another one is adrenocorticotropic hormone. Dali lang ito, no? Released by your anterior pituitary gland. Anong target organ nila? Of course, the adrenal cortex. Sinasabi ko kanina. Yung adrenal medulla, hindi po sa kanya. Sa adrenal cortex lang po siya, no? And then with the thyroid stimulating hormone, okay, influence growth and activity of the thyroid gland. Dali lang mo yan. So, here, gonadotropic hormones. Pag sinabi mong gonadotropic hormones, ang target organ nila yung gonad. Ang gonad is the ovary and the testes. We have two. Okay, so regulate hormonal activity of the gonads. Okay, so one hormone is what we call follicle stimulating hormone. Okay, their target organ is the ovary and the testes. No, so when they go to the ovary and the testes, they go to the follicle. So actually, the target part of the ovary and the testes is the follicle, in which the egg cell and the sperm cell lives. So doon nakatira yung sperm cell at saka egg cell. So when the follicle stimulating hormone go to the ovary, no, the ovary now will release estrogen, okay, to mature the egg cell, and goes to the testosterone to mature the sperm cell. Kaya nga, ito, stimulates follicle development in ovaries and stimulates sperm cell development in testes. Okay, so luteinizing hormone, ito naman, the important word that you have to remember here is this one, ovulation. Okay, so if the egg cell matures inside the ovary, the egg cell should get out so that it will go to the fallopian tube. Okay, in order to get out from the ovary, you need the luteinizing hormone. So this one will luteinize the ovary and make the mature egg cell, okay, exit from the ovary and go to the fallopian tube in order to meet the mature sperm cell. So dapat magkaroon ng mating, no? Para mangyari ito, no? So if there's no mating, magkakaroon ka ng menstruation. Okay? Stimulates testosterone production in males. Yeah. So siya rin yung nag-stimulate ng testosterone production. Okay, pituitary and hypothalamus relationship. So ito yung pituitary, yung nakadikit kay hypothalamus, no? Hormone release is regulated by dalawa, releasing and inhibiting hormones produced by the hypothalamus. So the hypothalamus produce this one, no? Releasing and inhibiting. So anong ibig sabihin ng releasing and inhibiting? So if you need a hormone from the anterior pituitary to be released, the one who will make it release is the releasing hormone of the hypothalamus. Oh sir, bakit master gland ang tawag natin sa pituitary gland? Si hypothalamus naman ang nagko-control kay master gland. Okay, so who controls the master gland to release their hormone is the hypothalamus. Because the hypothalamus is the one producing the releasing and inhibiting hormones. Now, if the hormone levels in the blood is very high, the hypothalamus now will release the inhibiting hormones. Ang meaning ng inhibiting is pampapigil. So, pinipigilan niya yung hormones na lumabas sa anterior pituitary. So, actually, the hypothalamus is the one controlling the pituitary gland to release its hormone using the releasing and inhibiting hormone. Aside from these two hormones, the hypothalamus also produce hormones that goes to the body. No? These hormones are transported to neurosecretory cells of the posterior pituitary. So itong dalawang actually medyo they are connected, no? Because there is a direct connection through neurosecretory cells. The posterior gland, posterior pituitary is strictly not an endocrine gland because this posterior pituitary doesn't produce any hormone. It only secretes the hormone that the hypothalamus produce, which are the oxytocin and antidiuretic hormone. So, after the hypothalamus produce these two hormones, it will now store it in the posterior pituitary through this neurosecretory cell. Ganun pala, no? Ang hypothalamus pala ay gumagawa pa ng dalawang hormones na oxytocin and antidiuretic hormones. At ini-store niya kay posterior pituitary and they will be released if the body needs it. Okay, so who will make it release is also the hypothalamus, releasing and inhibiting hormones. Okay, so siya pa rin yung nagpo-control sa pituitary and the posterior. Binigyan niya ng oxytocin and antidiuretic hormone to store there. Once they are needed, the hypothalamus will release this releasing hormone to release this hormone. Okay. Wow, nalito. Okay, so next is the oxytocin. Okay. Hormones of the posterior pituitary gland. Again, posterior pituitary gland does not produce the oxytocin. The one that produces oxytocin is the hypothalamus. The posterior pituitary gland only release it. Okay? So what is the action of this oxytocin? In relation to prolactin a while ago, prolactin is a hormone that makes the mammary gland produce more milk, no, or continuous production of milk during after childbirth in order for the baby to be nourished. Another help is this one, oxytocin. Causes milk ejection in a nourishing mother. Okay. In the OB ward, sometimes you will see problems like, okay, yung breast nila ang laki-laki. Punong-puno na ng gatas, it's enlarged, and there is tenderness. Pag hinawakan mo, masakit. And they complain that it is very painful, but the milk doesn't get out, no? Kahit na nilinis mo na yung nipple, tinanggal mo yung bara, ayaw lumabas. So, they will give this oxytocin. Actually, oxytocin can be given IM, tinutusok po yan. O nilalagay nila sa IV, sinasama doon. Okay? Para lumabas yung gatas. Makita mo yan. Mag-squirt pa yung gatas yung milk. Okay? So, yung batang dede niya, okay, so, tandaan nyo, no? Pampagatas, prolactin. Pampalabas ng gatas, oxytocin. Okay? Gets? Another work of this oxytocin is during labor. Ito yung labor. Ano ba yung labor? Ang labor ay yung process of panganganak, no? There are 4 stages of labor, no? Bago ka manganak, your uterus, this is a natural phenomenon, no? Ang babae nagbubuntis ng 9 months. When the fetus inside gets mature, whether you like it or not, the body will expel the fetus and the placenta inside by contracting the uterus, no? So, this one stimulates contractions of the uterus during labor. Yan. And also during sexual relation and breastfeeding. So, ganyan, no? So, if you will be on your duty in the DR, sa delivery room naman, okay, so after the delivery of the placenta, they will ask you to inject oxytocin on their deltoid muscle, IM. Ikaw yung mag-i-inject niyan. Tatanungin ka, bakit mo bibigyan ng oxytocin? Ma'am, to contract the uterus. Yan ang sagot nun. Ito, contraction of the uterus. Ma'am, to contract the uterus so that there will be no bleeding. Okay, ganun. Yan ang sagot nun. Okay? So here, another one, no? Antidiuretic hormone. Again, antidiuretic hormone is not being produced by posterior pituitary gland. Again, posterior pituitary gland is strictly not an endocrine gland, no? It is only an exocrine gland. So, antidiuretic hormone is being produced again by your hypothalamus, no? And it is stored in the posterior pituitary gland and being released if they are needed. So, antidiuretic hormone. Pag sinabi mong anti, kontra, diuretic, pag-iihi, kontra pag-ihi, hormone. Yan ang kanyan. Kontra pag-ihi hormone. Yan. So, kung dehydrated ka, wala kang tubig sa katawan, at mababa ang blood volume mo, yan ang magti-trigger dito para may release. Okay? Yan. Humoral stimulus ang tawag doon. No? So, levels in the blood. So, yun ang mangyayari dyan. So, pipigilan ka umihi kasi nga dehydrated ka. So, antidiuretic hormone will be released by your posterior pituitary gland. Sa board exam, they will ask you, who will release the antidiuretic hormone? It is the posterior pituitary gland because it was stored there. But who produced the antidiuretic hormone? It is the hypothalamus. Okay? In response to low levels of water in the body. Kung low levels of water in the body, H2O, and decrease BP, and decrease blood volume, may re-release yung antidiuretic hormone na yan. So, inhibits urine production by promoting water reabsorption by the kidney. So, ang target organ ng antidiuretic hormone is the kidney, especially in the renal tubules, because they will now absorb reabsorption of water. Sa water po sila, hindi sa sodium. Diretso. So that you will not urinate. Pagdating ng tubig sa kidney, may tagahigop. Okay. Kasi meron yung antidiuretic hormone. Wala kang ihi. Okay. So, in large amount, it causes vasoconstriction. So, pag vasoconstriction, meaning is constriction, pinaliliit, no? Constrict. Because blood vessels are made up of, the walls of blood vessel are made up of smooth muscle. This smooth muscle will now constrict. Okay? Increasing to blood pressure. Kaya kung mababa ang blood pressure mo, lalabas ang antidiuretic hormone because it causes vasoconstriction and increase blood pressure. So, yun ang sagot, no? Why do we need antidiuretic hormone if our blood pressure is low? Sir, antidiuretic hormone causes vasoconstriction that would lead to increased blood pressure. Ito pa, minsan hindi binabanggit ang antidiuretic hormone. They use this name, vasopressin. Yan yung ginagamit nila, vasopressin. Okay? Yan. Tandaan niya. Okay? Clear. Ito na siya yung posterior pituitary gland. Okay. Dalawa ang hormone, no? Oxytocin. Okay, so ito siya, oxytocin. Ang target niya, mammary gland. Ang gagawin niya, eject the milk. Hindi produce, eject the milk. And also, it goes to the uterus to contract. Okay, the uterus. Okay, so ito naman antidiuretic hormone. The target is kidney tubules to absorb H2O, to increase blood volume, to increase BP, to decrease urination. Yan. Ano niya, no? So, sa kanya. Okay, kuha natin. Gets? Gets ba? Yes or no? Did you get it? Yes or no? Okay. So, thyroid gland. Ito na tayo sa thyroid gland. Found at the base of the throat. So, dito, hawakan niyo yung throat. Ito yung Adam's apple, no? Just below the Adam's apple is the thyroid gland. Yeah. Found at the base of the throat, no? Consists of two lobes and a connecting isthmus. Pag tinanong ka ilan ang thyroid gland, sa operating room kasi, tinatanggal yung kabila, no? Kasi bile lobe. Tatanungin ka, ilan ba ang thyroid gland? Sir, isa lang pero dalawang lobes. No? Nako-connect sila ng isthmus. And they produces two hormones, the thyroid hormone and the calcitonin. Yan. Thyroid hormone and the calcitonin. So, ito yung ating thyroid gland. Yung iba, lumalaki yung thyroid gland. Ang tawag ng goiter. This is the isthmus. Okay? So, thyroid hormone. Ito na, major. Kanina, meron tayong general, which is the growth hormone, no? Ito naman, ang sinabi dito, major metabolic hormone. Okay? It is composed of two iodine-containing hormone. Ito yung dalawa sa pinaka-importanting pinag-uusapan if you talk about thyroid hormone. Because if you will have hyperthyroidism, ito yung chine-check sa blood, no? Tyrosine or T4 and triiodothyronine T3. Oh, baka meron kang hyperthyroidism, pa-check mo na yung T3, T4 mo. So this one, the iodine containing, no, hormones. Okay, so here in the thyroid gland, we have the follicles and the parafollicular cell. So thyroid hormones disorder, we have the goiter, thyroid gland enlarged due to lack of iodine. Salt is iodized to prevent goiter. No? Sa board exam ang tinatanong dito, no? Why does people in the mountain are risk of having goiter than people in the shore? Okay, the answer is because people in the mountain seldom eat fish and seafoods. Seafoods contains iodine. Okay, yan. Kaya nga meron tayong batas ngayon na bawal magtinda ng asin na hindi iodized. May multa. Kahit yung mga asin na nasa bilao, lalagyan nila ng, pag winisikan mo yan ng tubig, magiging blue. Ay, meron silang nilalagay. Ewan ko kung ano yun. Magiging blue. Meaning iodized. So, pag hindi siya naging blue, hindi siya iodized, muhuli ka. Magmumulta ka. Okay? Cretinism caused by hyposecretion of thyroxine and result in dwarfism during childhood. So kung nung maliit ka nung bata ka maliit ka, meron kang sakit na cretinism. Hindi ka lumalaki. Okay. Ito yung goiter, no? Yan. Okay. Myxedemia caused by hypothyroidism in adults. Adults, no? Result in physical and mental sluggishness. Ni balin mga tabo-tabo din da magayam. Myxedemia niya. Okay. Ni lima kay ni tabud-butan, no? Maraming ganoon, 'di ba? Nagiging bobo-bobo. Nung pala meron tayong problema dito. Merong hyposecretion, hypothyroidism. Okay. So kaya nga yung iodine daw nakakatalino. So kaya yung asin yung lagyan nyo ng iodine. Kaya lang maraming allergy sa iodine. Kaya maraming allergy sa seafoods. Graves' disease. Ito sa thyroid gland disorder, ito yung isa sa pinag-uusapan. Caused by hyperthyroidism. Result in increased metabolism. Ito yung kain sila ng kain, ang payat nila. Because there is a increased metabolism. And they cannot tolerate heat. Pag mainit sa summer, naku, ito, pawis na pawis sila. And rapid heart rate, tug. Kaya ang kakamatay nila is cardiac problem, no? Heart problem ang magiging kamatayan nila. Weight loss and exophthalmos. Ito, yung luwa ang mata. Pag nakakita ka ng luwa ang mata, yan, ganyan. Suspect mo na may hyperthyroidism siya, no? Yan, Graves' disease. Dapat pa-check up, no? Meron silang hormonal treatment na ginagawa. Okay, next from the thyroid gland is the calcitonin. Okay, calcitonin, pag sinabi mong calcitonin, si calcium, no? You talk about bone. No. Calcitonin put the calcium to the bone. Okay, so decrease blood calcium levels. Okay, so kasi kukunin niya yung blood calcium and it will put it in the bone. That's the role of the calcitonin, no? Decreasing now blood calcium levels by causing its deposition on the bone. Okay? Antagonistic to parathyroid. Kabaliktaran ni parathyroid. The parathyroid now will get the calcium from the bone and put it on the blood. Produced by parafollicular cells sa labas, no? Parafollicular cells are found in between the follicles. Okay. Kaya nga tinawag na para. Ito, yan. Okay? Parathyroid gland. This is a very tiny gland. No? Tiny masses on the posterior of the thyroid. nakasakay siya sa likod ng thyroid. Kung ito yung thyroid gland, okay, meron tayong apat na maliit na ganyan. Ito po yung parathyroid gland sa likod, no, at the back. Secrete parathyroid hormone stimulates ito na sa kanya, no, si osteoclast. This is bone cell, no. Dalawa kasi yung bone cell. Okay. Osteoclast at saka osteoblast. So sa kanya si osteoclast to remove calcium from the bone. O siya yung tagatanggal, no. In-stimulate ni parathyroid hormone yung calcium sa bone and put it on the blood so that it will increase the blood calcium level. Okay? Stimulates the kidney and the intestine to absorb more calcium. Okay? So, because of this action, they can raise calcium levels in the blood. Okay? So, calcitonin decreases the calcium levels in the blood. Parathyroid hormone increases the calcium levels in the blood. Antagonist yung dalawa. No? So, adrenal glands. Very easy. Sit on top of the kidney. Triangular shape. No? Kung ito yung kidney, yan. So, meron tayong triangular shape. Meron tayong dalawang region doon sa triangle na yan. No? Yung outer ang tinatawag na cortex. Okay? And then, the middle is called the medulla. Okay? Neural tissue region that is connected to our brain. No? Kaya neural. Okay, and this adrenal cortex has three regions again. No? We have the outermost layer, innermost layer, and the middle layer. So the outermost layer secretes these mineralocorticoids, and the middle layer, the glucocorticoids, and then the sex hormone. So later on, we will go down there. No, ganun pa lang adrenal glands, dalawang region. Okay, magkaiba pa ang nagko-control, no? So, ang nagko-control dito sa adrenal cortex is yung adrenocorticotropic hormone. Ito naman yung hypothalamus. Okay. So, here we have the adrenal medulla. So, on this first layer, the sex hormone. On this layer, glucocorticoids. Ito yung masarap. Ito, yung glucocorticoids. And then, this one is the mineralocorticoids. Mostly aldosterone. Ayan. So, isa-isay natin. Adrenal cortex. Okay. Mineralocorticoids, mainly aldosterone, produced in the outer adrenal cortex and regulate the mineral content in the blood. Ayan. So, pag tinanong ka anong gland ang nag-regulate ng mineral content of the blood, adrenal cortex po. Okay, so regulates water and electrolyte balance because they produce the hormone called aldosterone. The target organ of this aldosterone is the kidney, especially on the kidney tubules because it promotes reabsorption of sodium. Okay? So, they promote reabsorption of sodium in the renal tubules. Okay? So water will be regulated. Okay? And electrolyte balance will be regulated. When sodium is absorbed, where water goes, sodium goes. So, it promotes water reabsorption. Okay? So, yeah, target organ is kidney. Production is stimulated by the renin and aldosterone. Okay? Renin is being produced by the kidney. Okay, so production is inhibited by atrial natriuretic peptide. Okay, this is produced in the heart. No? So let's go now to the middle, no, in the middle of the adrenal cortex. Glucocorticoids. Ito na yung glucocorticoids. Okay. Including cortisone. Ito sa board exam, ito yung lumalabas. Cortisone at cortisol. Yan. So, these hormones are responsible in our resist long-term stressor. Ayan. Magmula nung pandemya, okay, online class is being administered in almost all schools, and all students and teachers are being stressed. We are still normal right now, Wala pang nababaliw at sumisigaw at lumalabas ang sumisigaw. Ah! Ayoko na! Ayoko na! Dahil dito sa glucocorticoids, no? Ito yung hormone na nagre-resist sa long-term stressor. Oh, ayan. Tinatanong ka. Pag pinag-usapan ng stress, pinag-uusapan ito. At saka si norepinephrine adrenaline. No? So, release is response to the increased blood levels of adrenocorticotropic hormone. So, ito yung nag-stimulate sa adrenal cortex. Adrenocorticotropic hormone released by the anterior pituitary gland. Okay, kuha? Gets natin? Okay? So, so ito yun, no? Yung difference ng stress, short-term stress response. Yung nagugulat ka o kaya biglang tumabi yung super crush mo sa'yo. Anong gagawin mo? Ayan. Baka bigla kang tumakbo. Okay, so ito yung magre-respond dyan, no? Ayan. O kaya nagkaroon ng lindol. Anong gagawin mo? Ito yung tutulong sa'yo, no? Yung adrenal medulla ang tutulong sa'yo. Ngayon, kung long-term stress ang mangyayari, ang tutulong sa'yo is yung adrenal cortex by the help of your glucocorticoids and mineralocorticoids. Kuha natin. So, ito yung mangyayari sa'yo. Okay? So, yan. Dito, ito naman ang mangyayari sa'yo. Increase heart rate. Yan. Okay? Clear? Yan. So, sex hormone on the innermost, no? Inner layer. Okay, so, small amounts are made throughout life. Konti lang, no? The mostly is androgen. Male sex hormones are made, but some are estrogen for the female sex hormones. Okay. So, kanya yung sex hormones. Okay, so, itong mga disorders, basahin nyo na lang yun, i-memorize nyo na lang. But these disorders are very talked in the medical surgical. Very famous tong adrenal glands. Yung mga disorder niyan. Addison's disease, Cushing syndrome, masculinization, yan. Okay? So, adrenal medulla na tayo. Gitna ng adrenal. Again, adrenal medulla is being controlled by our hypothalamus or the neural nervous system. No? There is a direct connection because this is very important in our short-term stress, fight or flight response. Ito yung another name ng short-term. Tandaan nyo na yan. Pag nadinig nyo yan, fight or flight response, adrenal medulla, catecholamines. Yan. Okay, so in response to the short-term stress or fight or flight response, the hypothalamus has direct connection so that it will go to the adrenal medulla, stimulus, and release these catecholamines. Tandaan yung word na catecholamines. They are very important. They are being talked about in every uh, uh, cardiovascular diseases, okay, in every most of the diseases, these are being talked about because this one cause vasoconstriction, no? Vasoconstriction. Papaliitin yung blood vessel para magkaroon ng hypertension. Kaya bawal itong binibigay sa may hypertension. They will die, no? But they are bronchodilator, no? So these hormones prepare the body to deal with the short-term stress, fight or flight response by increasing heart rate, blood pressure, blood glucose level, and dilating small passageway of the lungs. Ito yung dalawang characteristic ng catecholamines, no? Vasoconstrictor at the same time bronchodilator. Ganon. Kaya nga binibigay din to sa may asthma para mag-dilate yung bronchus, dumaan yung hangin. Kaya binibigay yan sa may asthma. Kaya lang, if you have asthma and you have hypertension, they will not give this one. Okay? Mamamatay ka. Okay, pancreatic islets on the pancreas. Okay, so pancreas are very known on their insulin and glucagon. Okay? Because these two hormones regulate the blood sugar. So blood sugar sila. Blood sugar. Insulin. Basta tandaan nyo, pancreatic islets. In some books, or maybe in the board exam, ang ginagamit is islets of the Langerhans. Hindi pancreatic islets. Islets of the Langerhans. Yun yung ginagamit nila. Islets of the Langerhans. Tapos, ang tandaan nyo yung beta cells, alpha cells. Okay? Insulin, decrease. Glucagon, increase. Ang pinag-uusapan, blood sugar. Okay? So, if you have diabetes, your problem is insulin. Okay? Wala kang insulin type 1 or your cell does not react to the insulin type 2. Ganun yung pinag-uusapan dyan. Kaya, if in the board exam they will talk about diabetes mellitus, you will remember the pancreatic islets or the islets of the Langerhans. No? Insulin now allows glucose to cross plasma membranes into the cell from the beta cells to be converted into ATP. No? Glucose is the food of the cell in order to create ATP. Okay, so without insulin, glucose cannot go inside the cell, and you will become weak and dehydrated, and ito yung mga kakakain mo lang, gutom ka na naman, tapos lagi kang nanghihina, may diabetes ka na. No? So, if the glucose in the blood will be eaten by the cell, the blood glucose will go down. Okay? So, if blood glucose is not eaten by the cell, the blood glucose will go up. No? So, glucagon now allows glucose to enter the blood from the blood. Okay? Enter the blood. No? So, glucagon now will allow the glucose to go to the blood. Kaya, ito naman ang pampataas ng blood sugar level. So, in normal state, if your blood glucose level, the hormone that will be released, if your blood glucose level is very high, the hormone that will be released is the insulin. Okay? If your blood glucose level is very low, the hormone that is being released is the glucagon. Okay? Ayun yung tinatawag na humoral response or humoral stimulus. Okay? Stomach, pancreas is located along the stomach and the small intestine, no? Transverse in the abdomen. So ito yung islets of the Langerhans, no? Alpha cell is glucagon, beta cell is the insulin. Basta ito yung the most famous na dapat yung tandaan, no? Beta cells, insulin, alpha cells, glucagon, islets of the Langerhans, diabetes mellitus. Kuha natin. Okay? So, pineal gland. The pineal gland found on the third ventricle. So, ito yung gland na nakikita sa ventricle of the brain. It's not only the heart that has a ventricle, but also the brain has ventricle. There are 4 ventricles also of the brain. This ventricle contains the choroid plexus that produce the cerebrospinal fluid. No? And the cerebrospinal fluid is being pumped out of the brain to go to the lining of the brain and the spinal cord. Okay? Ito naman sa kanya, melatonin. Yan. Okay, kung disturbed daw ang sleeping pattern mo, uminom ka nitong melatonin because the work of this melatonin is help establish the body's wake and sleep cycles. May nabibili daw nito medyo mahal lang, no? O yung mga siraang tulog diyan. Hindi makatulog, no? Uminom ka ng melatonin. Ayan. Okay, so believes to coordinate the hormones of fertility in humans. So dalawa yung function niya. So thymus gland, alam na natin yung thymus gland, no? We encounter this one in our lymphatic system, on the immune system. No? So Located posterior to the sternum, meaning at the back of the sternum, largest in infants and children. They are very big when they are in infants and in children, and produces thymosin. Okay, what does this thymosin do? It matures some type of WBC, especially the T cells. Okay, remember T thymus. Okay, T thymus. What is the hormone that makes the T cells immunocompetent? Ang word doon is immunocompetent. Thymosin. Okay, will make these T cells immunocompetent. Anong meaning ng immunocompetent? So, for example, ikaw pinanganak ka, wala kang alam sa mundo. Palalakihin ka ng magulang, tuturuan ka. Ganon yung ginagawa ng thymosin. No? At yun yung ginagawa ng thymus gland. When the T cell is born, they get out from the bone and they go to the thymus. And this thymus now release the thymosin. And making the T cells realize what is their purpose in life. So, when they know already their purpose in life, they are now called immunocompetent. That's why it matures. It becomes mature. Kagaya mo, mature ka na ba ngayon? Alam mo na ba ang purpose in life mo? Okay, so we are the thymus making you know the purpose of your life. Yeah. Okay, gonads. Last na ovaries and testes. Kaya pag sinabing gonads, ovaries and testes. Okay, so they are ovaries and testes. Produce eggs, produce two groups of steroids. Ito yung importante sa kanila, estrogen and progesterone. So ovaries, estrogen and progesterone. Testes produce sperm and produce androgen such as testosterone. Tandaan nyo na yan, no? Testosterone, ovaries, estrogen, and progesterone. Okay, estrogen stimulates the development of secondary female characteristic. Meaning, okay, so when you were in your adolescence, adolescent pa kayo, di ba? Okay, so at this time, estrogen is being released in your ovaries. When estrogen are being released, you will develop the secondary female characteristic, meaning lalaki yung boobs mo, tapos magkakaroon ka ng body fats, tapos yung bewang mo magiging ganyan, no? Sexy. Yeah, sexy. Ganon ang effect ng estrogen. Kaya yung mga bading, yung mga baklang gustong maging babae, umiinom ng estrogen para maging babae. Because this is a secondary female characteristic. Ayan, stimulate development of secondary female characteristic. Kaya yung bigote nila mawawala, balbas nila mawawala, magiging makinis sila. Ayan, kasi uminom sila ng estrogen. Okay? So, mature female reproductive organ. So, the estrogen also, the one most important function of this one is, this is the ovary, no? We have the follicle inside. The follicle is the house of the egg cell. The estrogen is being produced by this follicle and makes the egg cell mature, you know, for reproduction. So with progesterone, together with progesterone, estrogen also promote breast development and menstrual cycle. So these two are very important in the menstrual cycle. No, they are the one regulating the menstrual cycle. So progesterone acts with estrogen to bring about menstrual cycle and helps in the implantation of an embryo in the uterus. Okay, so progesterone, pampakapit yan. So, kung hindi ka, lagi kang nalalaglagan ng anak, they will give you progesterone. Kasi ito yung pampakapit. Why? Because, for example, ito yung uterus mo. No? Ito yung uterus mo. Ito yung endometrium mo. Okay. The effect of the progesterone is, before there is fertilization of egg cell and sperm cell, so progesterone will now go to the endometrium. And this endometrium will be prepared for the implantation. This will be supplied with many blood and nourishment. Kinukultivate niya ito bago dumating ang implantation, no, of the embryo inside. So when the embryo come here, this is very, very, very conducive for living. Lahat ng supply mo meron. So punong-puno siya ng dugo, no? Ngayon, kapag walang mating, walang embryo na nag-implant, this will now shed off. Magkakaroon ka ng menstruation. Papalitan ulit. Okay, so helps prepare breast for lactation also. So, palalakihin niya yung cells mo in the breast so that there will be more lactation. O, ayan. Kuha natin ha. So, testes produce several androgens. Okay, testosterone is the most important androgen. Yan. Testosterone is the most important androgen responsible for adult sex secondary characteristic. Ito naman yung iniinom ng mga tomboy para maging lalaki. No? Pag uminom ka ng testosterone, magkakaroon ka ng male sex characteristic. So, magkakaroon ka ng bigote, you will have mustache, you will have beard, and magkakaroon ng buhok sa chest mo, magkakaroon ka ng muscle. Yan. So, that is one of the and promotes growth and maturation of male reproductive system. Ang target naman ito is they go to the testes, no? And this one matures the sperm cell. Okay, so required for sperm cell production. Yeah. Pa natin? So other hormone producing tissue organs, parts of the small intestine also. If we will go to the digestive system, we will discuss this one. Parts of the stomach, if we go to the digestive system, the lining of the stomach have the hormone producing tissues. And the kidneys also, the renin. Heart also, the anti-natriuretic peptide. Okay? And many other scattered endocrine cells. Ito naman yung placenta. Okay, so placenta is very important during the fetal development because the nourishment in oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange are happening in the placenta. Okay, produces hormone maintain the pregnancy. Okay, some hormones play a part on the delivery of the baby. Produces ito yung human chorionic gonadotropic hormone. Ito yung pinag-uusapan pag dating sa placenta, no? In addition, estrogen and progesterone are the other hormones, no? Kaya nga pag nag-take ka ng pregnancy test, lilagyan mo ng ihi mo. Pag mayroong human chorionic gonadotropic tropin hormone dun sa may ihi mo, positive kasi nga may placenta. Yan yung natin, pregnancy test na binibili mo. Subukan mo nang bumili niyan. So, pag bumili ka niyan, lagay mo yung ihi mo, tignan mo kung merong HCG, magiging positive. O mga boys, bumili ka na, umihi ka, tignan mo. Okay, so ito, basahin na lang natin, developmental aspect of endocrine.